Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm doing how to set up, play and review for the game Sequence. This is by Goliath. It's ages 7 plus, 2 to 12 players. 6,000 4.5 star reviews. I have no idea what they've been reviewing, and apparently over 10 million sold. Well, so this is a game, as you might have noticed, is a team game, hence the fact it's 2 to 12. And you can play it by yourself, but I'll be showing you the team rules if it was to be played by 4 players, but it doesn't make much difference. So you're going to choose a colour. You can have a red team, you can have a blue team, you could be a green, whatever combination you like. If you're playing with 3 teams and you can't play with more than 3 teams, then you're going to use, say, the blue, the green counts as well. So you're going to take these cards and then you're going to shuffle them up. And then if you're playing as a 4, you're going to have 6 cards each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously 1 per player. And then you're doing that for a total of 6 cards each. So let's just do it like this, and I'll give you an example. So the aim of the game is to create a sequence. I'll get rid of these other cards. I know I maybe not have given out a full amount of cards in that instance, and I'll show you what the 6 cards are. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more card is 6. So this is a game which has 2 decks of cards basically. There's 100 spaces and the jacks are wild. So on your turn, you're looking to get a sequence. So one of your team sides is going to be set opposite each other. So your opponents are obviously to your sides. So this is a team and that's a team. Let's say this team wants to go vertically and this team is trying to go horizontally. You're going to take a card and place it out. So you're going to have your own discard pile. And let's say you're playing out a, let's see what we have here. Let's say we place out the 6 of hearts. So you might have spotted the 6 of hearts is here. Let's say we're red. It's going to go there, and that's going to go into your discard pile. Let's say it's down here. Now it's their turn, and say their card they want to play. Oh, and the last thing you do is you draw up. So you always back up 6 cards. And they want to play, let's say, the 7 of diamonds. So they're playing a blue on the 7 of diamonds, which is over here. So we're trying to go vertically. They are trying to go horizontally. Once you have 5 in a row, you have made a sequence, and then you need to do it twice to win the game. But if you can do 5 and then just add on an extra 1 to make it 6. So you can use existing sequences to make further sequences. So that's how the game works. First do it twice wins the game. It's quite a short game, under half an hour to play. A few things to be aware of though. If for some reason you can't play, so let's say blue happens to have gone here and whatever else it might be, and maybe down here, and suddenly you have got a 10 spade. If you show a 10 spade and say, look, I've got a 10 spade, I can't play it. So it's a dead card, it's called a dead card. You place down the dead card and you draw up and you get a brand new card, and then you can still keep taking your turn. So that's one thing you can do. Aside from that, we have these jacks of wild, which I mentioned briefly before. It does tell you around the end, so this happens to be upside down. But if you happen to have a 2-eyed jack, this is a 1-eyed jack, a 2-eyed jack is wild, so you can play anything you like. So they could, if they had a 2-eyed jack, go here, and they've got 4 in a row, a 5th one, I'll give them that. Whereas a 1-eyed jack allows me to remove one of these tokens. So that's your turn done. You're just taking that 1 token to remove it. And now obviously they're further away from doing a sequence. That might help yourself. Naturally, there's a lot of blocking going on. So if they've got something like this, maybe I'll try and play a card to try and stop them. Bit of to and fro, a bit of take that with these jacks whilst they're played out. Obviously a total of 8 jacks. You're trying to obviously complete those sequences. And there's a bit of peril and tension going on as you're getting to 3, 4, whatever it might be. There's been a situation whereby I happen to have, with my teammate, 3 and something like that, and then I happen to have both of these and happen to go here first to stop them from doing something over here, and it happened to come all the way around to me again to complete that row of 5 to get a first sequence. There are some extra things you can do. There's some alternative rules where you can't speak to your partner, which is generally how we've played. So you can't say something like, oh, quick, block this, or don't worry about that, or something like that. And also, if someone forgets to drop a card, then you don't have to remind them, and therefore they're stuck with fewer cards. Let's talk about components before I talk about the review. Well, I do like these pieces. The fact it's got all the 4 different, obviously, suits on them. These are quite nice. Obviously, they are double-sided, but as you can see, there's a thicker embossedness going on there. The actual area where the cards go are quite nice too. Quite nice cards. They're not too thin, quite plasticky and quite smooth. And I quite like the artwork as well. So what I think of the game, my rating out of 10 is a 5.04. The reason for that is it's a bit too swingy with the luck. I didn't draw any jacks in my second game, which we lost. I did draw 3 starting jacks in my first game, which we won. It's a bit take-thatty, and again, there's not much you can really do other than the cards you have. But there you go, that has been my review. I wouldn't give it 4.5 stars. I'd give it 2.5, because it is a bit of fun as you go, oh, can I do that? And you play it, and actually some Euro gamers or even people from Germany, you know, they said, oh, let's play that another time. And after that second game, which they happened to then win, they said, all right, okay, that's enough now. So that's been Game Sequence. Thanks for watching. If you want to see other videos, of course, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Check through via Instagram, over 2,500 posts. Please follow there. And also like along on Facebook as well. There are occasional competitions via Patreon as well. So please go through and support the channel there. And also via Linktree. Well, for now, plenty of other playlists to check out. And let's say, back to the table.